Breaking news of fighting between American and European forces in the streets of Copenhagen.
Responded to an anonymous tip that American spies were about to kidnap Defense Minister Poulain.
President Becerra claiming the U.S. is acting on conclusive evidence of a criminal conspiracy within the European government to destroy the Freedom Four.
More U.S. forces have landed into Copenhagen. Every indication is that another round of fighting is about to begin.
Colonel Maldini, 40 minutes ago, the United States of America crashed Copenhagen's uplink network, invaded by air, occupied European soil, and initiated combat operations against our forces. Our first attempt to drive them from the city failed, but now we have units in position to mount a determined counterattack. IWCE will expend a satellite to recrash the city's uplinks. Your forces will secure and reboot the network. Once we have achieved electromagnetic dominance, the Americans will have no choice but to surrender or flee. Theirs was an act of unprovoked aggression, Colonel. Show no mercy to these invaders. That is all.
Colonel Maldini has logged on. Data stream secure. Operation Polonius is a go. Repeat, Polonius is a go. Enforcer riflemen on the ground. Designated units 1 and 2. Riflemen are best against combat drones and engineers. All that heavy equipment engineers carry makes them easy to gun down. Copenhagen's uplinks are offline. We need to secure and reboot more than half to establish signal dominance.
Confirmed. We are outbound.
This is Rapier. All squads upright.
Only infantry can secure uplinks. They are vulnerable in the open, so terrain must be used to provide cover.
Again! Don't lose your focus!
Rapier here. All squads upright. We
Now
disengaging.
we're smoking!
We will do it.
Sleep, remind me what that is again.
In transit, Central.
Saber here. We're at full strength.
Transports prepped to deploy.
Confirm. Grab the uplink.
Grab the uplink. Confirmed.
This is Rapier.
Make your peace with God.
This is
You're
Saber.
right on it.
Securing the uplink.
This is Titanium. All birds flying high. In transit central. Jawohl. Confirmed.
Rapier here.
Check. Klima. Uplink is secured. Good job, Colonel. Securing uplinks boosts signal confidence. Lets us bring in reinforcements faster. We need to capture one more uplink to achieve our objective.
This is Titanium. Minor damage. No trouble.
Superb command and control. Check Bravo. Uplink is secure. We can win by keeping our hold on these two uplinks, waiting for the network to come back online. Or we can go for the knockout punch and capture the final uplink. It's your call.
This This is Titanium. Mayday, going down. Need extraction.
Check Unit 3. Extraction ordered.
This is Dvorak. Inbound to extraction. Saber here.
This isn't working!
Check North Quadrant. Hostiles maneuvering. Eyes on Blackfoot gunships.
This is
Rally
training,
point
this is
confirmed.
It's true in the flash!
Saber here.
Don't disappoint me, troopers!
This is
That's
Dvorak.
right!
All survivors are loaded. Lifting off now.
This is Rapier.
Center Quadrant. Hostile sighted. Eyes on PD-6 Rottweiler combat drones.
On the move.
Check Alpha. Hostiles have secured uplink. We can't let the Americans capture another uplink.
We're in position. This is Dvorak. Survivors loaded. Outbound. Saber here. We're at full strength.
Nothing else will do!
Romeo. Oui, moving. Affirmative, Central. This is Einstein. Panzer tanks deployed. On the move. Of course, Central. This is Etna. All machines are good.
Rapier here.
This is Chrome. Second bird down. This is Saber. Confirmed. On the move. Chrome here. 2 birds damaged, but still flying. We're in position. This is Etna. All machines are good. On the move. Affirmative, Central. Of course, Central. We're in position. On the move.
Hostiles in motion. Eyes on JSF combat engineers.
We moving.
Check Unit 4. Extraction ordered.
This is Buck. Inbound to extraction. Confirmed. On the move.
Check Unit 4. They're at risk.
On the move.
Center Quadrant. Hostile sighted. Eyes on PD-6 Rottweiler combat drones.
This is Buck. All survivors are loaded. Lifting off now.
Who needs trouble? Keep your head down and keep shooting!
This is Etna. We've reached destination. This is Etna. This is Buck. Survivors loaded. Outbound. Confirmed. On the move. Of course, Central. We moving.
Mission accomplished. Copenhagen network back online. We have complete signal dominance.
This is High Command. Cease all combat operations. The Americans have accepted my offer. They will release Minister Poulain in exchange for safe passage back to their troop carriers in the North Sea.
But General, with the network back online, we could vector in strike fighters.
For the moment, it is prudent to be merciful, Captain. We shall see how long this moment persists.
With the smoke still settling in Copenhagen, the US and Europe have stopped just short of declaring war.
President Becerra still claims evidence of a conspiracy to destroy the Freedom 4, an accusation President Perrault calls preposterous. Both leaders have agreed to meet for talks next week on neutral ground in London.
Meanwhile, the Freedom 4's rescheduled launch is set to go forward tomorrow morning.
Good evening, Colonel Savilov. I assume it is obvious to you that I arranged the Forgotten Army's attacks on April 4th and also the incident in Copenhagen. These actions were a service to our motherland. How much longer do you think we'd have before the US and Europe found an excuse to ally against us, to take our oil? Realpolitik demands that we spark a war between our enemies before this can happen. Copenhagen took them to the brink. Tonight you will have the honor of pushing them over. Your forces will be disguised as Forgotten Army terrorists. Your objective is to capture a majority of the Rovaniemi air base's uplinks and upload a data virus codenamed Stiletto into Europe's missile shield network. If antiquated notions of morality prevent you from performing these duties, Colonel, simply speak up. I will have Major Noskov remove you from your command. Permanently. Otherwise, begin.